Hello, darlings. So we're going to do a very quick video just to explain some monkey business going on and everything that I talk about is beginning to happen, and we're certainly been going through the ultraviolet. So monkeys, hey, we're the monkeys. Monkey is the moon key. So in 1868 was the 14th Amendment, is an amendment to the United States Constitution that was adopted in 1868. 1868 is 1968 when Rosemary's Baby came out, the assassination of JFK, John F. Kennedy, that's the jellyfish, that's the Milky Way cuts. So it granted citizenship and equal civil and legal rights to African Americans and enslaved people who had been emancipated after the American Civil War. The 14 pieces of Osiris, all for one for all. When you know your cross, whatever sign, wherever your sun is, you are on the cross, be it mutable, fixed or cardinal, and you have to know your opposite sign. You have to know the cross. If you're Pisces, you have to know VirgO, that's your feminine axis. You're born on the feminine axis, and you have to know where your left and right is, what masculine axis, so that would be Sagittarius, Gemini. You have to know all for one for all, so that you can be fully aware of your whole within the whole wheel to find 1, 4 is 5, your fifth element, your heads. So the 14th Amendment was in 1868, and in 1968, let's find Pluto. So Pluto right now is in his last retrograde before moving into high cardinal Capricorn, which is the 10th house. So at the moment, Pluto, what they're worried about is the 1968. So 1968, Pluto was just entering into VirgO. Let's get VirgO. Right there, he's entered into VirgO on the 10th. In the 10th month, he's entered into VirgO. So then Pluto spent so he was just retrograding, and then he was fully into VirgO. There he is, here. So he then left in 88. So he spent all that time in VirgO, mutable earth, in the maiden. When she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was Horus. So all the mutable signs have got 2 signs to them. We're leaving this axis of Pisces, VirgO to fall into Aquarius, to fall onto the fixed cross. And this is when we have the cuts of the Milky Way. The jellyfish is just the Milky Way. So now we've got Pluto up. Pluto is doing his last little retrogrades, and then he enters into Capricorn in 2023. So this is the 10th house. This is on the Mad Hatters. The Mad Hatters. So Mad Hatter, there's the 10, 6. From Pluto in VirgO 6 to 10 is when we get this Mad Hatter's T-Rex Scotty Tea Party. So in 1986, again, since 1986, October the 6th is marked as the Mad Hatter Day. Lewis Carroll. So at the same time, we've got this picture of, this is all the Victorian site, May Day, Mary Ryan. There is my great-grandmother with the imposter. The imposter, should be the 5 pointed star, May the 4th be with you. And there is the imposter. And that painting came out in 1866. Again, that's just 1986. You flip the 6s. So I take you through a few posts. So I'm just trying to explain this to people. It's everything I've been explaining for years. So if you look at the astrology wheel, you've got the first house is always Aries energy, second is Taurus, third is Gemini, fourth is Cancer, fifth is Leo, 6 is Virgo, 7 is Libra, 8 is Scorpio, 9 is Sagittarius, 10 is Capricorn, 11 is Aquarius, 12 is Pisces. So 3, 6, 9, the line broke. The moon key got choked. We all went to heaven in a little rowing boat because you need to find the 12th door, Pisces, to get through this ultraviolet gap, Vesica Pisces, that we're going through now as Aquarius falls onto the true north, onto the true new year here. We're falling onto the fixed cross. So we're going through this gap. So I've got people writing to me. So 1868, the 14th Amendment. 1968 was a big year. The JFK cut, John Kennedy assassination. 5th of June, 1968 was the day they killed the JFK jellyfish cut of generations. It's just symbolic of our generation, 1968, we're going into a new world. And the children born in 1968 are making the flip into the Black Madonnas. VirgO rises into the authority of Capricorn. It's all symbolic. Rosemary's Baby came out 1968. The Pluto and VirgO generation was born 1968. And Pluto enters Earth again now. Pluto's retro in Sagittarius is the Teapot constellation. I've shown you for years now. Show you again. There is the teapots. That's the teapot. There's the spout. The teapot. So Pluto is leaving Sagittarius the 9th to come into 10. So Pluto will have moved from 1968 mutable Earth into high cardinal Earth, which will activate all those people born with Pluto in VirgO. And this is bringing the Black Madonna, the energy. So the Teapot constellation, 9th house, Akka VirgO 6, Sagittarius 9. That makes 69, the symbol for Cancer. And the moon rules Cancer. It's the moon, it's the key, it's the dark side of the moon. And Pluto enters Capricorn 10th house, as we see on the Mad Hatter's hat, 610. 1868 is 1968. It's just flipping, flopping, and also 1866, the painting that I just showed you of Mary Ryan, right, by Juliet Cameron. Margaret, again, 1866. So becomes the Mad Hatters Haters Tea Party, 1868, the 14th Amendment, 14 Pieces of Osiris, one for all and all for one. Is an amendment to the United States Constitution that was adopted in 1868. It granted citizenship and equal civil and legal rights to African Americans and enslaved people who had been emancipated after the American Civil War. Monkey is the moon key, dark side of her, the moon. So white, black, white water, black earth. Petrol is leaving now. We've got earth, which is going to come as the new fuel. So Beetlejuice, the Beatles, hey, hey. We're the monkeys. It's the feminine axis will always be abused by the masculine axis, yellow, fire, red, air. So yellow, we got Asia, red, America, and there's going to be the flip-flop. This is, you know, this is the killing off of the white when we should be merging the 4 elements to find the 5th element, golds. So they're just killing white to keep 369 of Tesla. Tess de d'Urberville is that Virgo girl from the Cinderella complex looking for the husband to being the Lara Croft girl with her Peter Pan boys, Jack and Jill, Virgo, Jill, Gemini, Jack. So we just go through some posts quickly. So somebody just posted this. Shingles is the same thing. So most of you probably figured that they just renamed shingles as monkeypox, like they've been doing with diseases for over 100 years for the next big scam. But did you know the real name for shingles is herpes zoster? And so this is found in all the Vashkiri. 369, the line broke, the monkey got choked. Monkey is simply the moon key to her, the moon star. 1968 is the year of the moon key, the 12th door. Okay, planet of the apps, planet of Appy. Appy is the bull god. Let's put him up. The bull god, Appy. And let's just put that into English. So there is Taurus, the bullseye, the other earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And this is where we've got right now Mercury blinded by the sun. Let's get it to now. So here's the sun. Where's Mercury? No, we want to get this back to now. 22nd. So Mercury. Yeah, we're in 2023. Let's come back to now. Why is it? 2022. There we go. So here's Mercury. Mercury blinded by the sun. And when? Let's see, the 5th of June. So we're going to have Mercury retrograding. He will be on Aldebaran, the bullseye, on the 24th of the 6th. And Venus... I have Venus, I have a black moon coming up. Yeah, we've got a big times ahead. So Appy is an important sacred animal to the ancient Egyptians, as were the other sacred beasts. Appy's importance increased over the centuries. During colonization of the conquered Egypt, Greek and Roman authors had much to say about Appy, the markings by which the black calf, the dark side of the moon, was recognized, the manner of his conception by a ray from heaven, his house at Memphis with a court for his deportment, the mode of prognostication from his actions, his death, the mourning at his death, his costly burial, and the rejoicings throughout the country when a new Apis was found. So basically it's a cult. The worship of the Apis bull, which is Osiris, they're rising now. It's the Alpha Aleph Tav. So I show you this better through the posts. So this is the ultra we had, and it's going to get very hot again now, so I'm going to have to start getting ready. But we've had complete white out, shade of pale of white, 38 degrees yesterday. This is the plan for the monkeypox. So there, the 5th of June, the day of the JF assassination 2022, is bringing in really this new planet of the Appy. And there you've got 2023 when Pluto is entering into, there's January the 10th is when Pluto enters. Let's have a look. January the 10th, Pluto, so Pluto's still in Sagittarius here, enters Capricorn, and then it will probably do another retrogrades, back to Sagittarius, yup, and then he properly enters Capricorn again in, so that could be January the 14th, the 4th of the 1st. So there you've got your 14 and Pluto properly in Capricorn for the French Olympics. Okay, so there again, you just see this white out, extremely heavy chemtrails, extreme heat. So it was snowing in America, and here we're in tropical heat, which is not natural heat. And I'll be showing you, but we've just had the Elizabeth ultraviolet line, and the new Prime Minister in France is called Elizabeth Lisa Macbeth. So obviously we've now got Ukrainians running off with husbands, but did you know that the highest rating of AIDS in Europe, 1 in 3 people, one in 3 people have AIDS. So we all know about, so scientists have traced the origin of HIV back to chimpanzees. So, you know, this was all prepared. 1999 attacks the immune system of monkeys and apes. And then the highest experts estimate in August 2010 that 1.3% of the adult population of Ukraine was infected with HIV, the highest in all Europe. Okay, the 5th elements. So Miller, so I've big bada boom, redhead mermaid falls, white Pisces, and B22 Black Betty rises. Red, yellow, orange, orage, orangutan, King Louis. 5th element is your crane, head, skull, your crane. Mila Jovic, so MJ, Mercury, Jupiter, they rule. Mercury rules Gemini, 3rd house, and Virgo, 6th house. Jupiter rules 9th house. Sagittarius, and Jupiter rules 12th house, Pisces. It's the MJ mutable cross that we're leaving. So again, so she's born in Ukraine, and she's MJ, her name, Mila Jovic. So in this clip, so the whole film is brilliant. The whole film shows you, let's just get rid of the sound, my God. So they're showing you all these muscly people. It's very much, it's all about the flesh. It's all about monkeys. It's all about focusing on your food. You've got all the bodybuilders everywhere. Flesh, thinking about the flesh. So she's in her bondage, James Bond, JB, Boaz and Jacqueline, and she's going to fall into Joe the taxi. So Sagittarius, it's always, as in Jupiter ascending, the Virgo girl from white to black, from the red-headed Pisces to the Black Madonna rising. She's born in all innocence, and she's going to get pretty tough in this new world, which is exactly what the Virgo girl has to do. So she is going to fall so it's all about your identity pass, supreme being pass. At the end of the film, she becomes a supreme being with her. So here she is in white, red hair, mermaid. She falls, and she's caught by Joe the taxi, Sagittarius. There we go. So the guru, Sagittarius, and the young girl. Always the same story as Gigi, Colette, My Fair Lady. Always the same thing. So Fifth Element now, we've had that. Miller, Jovic, MJ, JM, Mercury, Jupiter, Skull and Bono, Cross, Bada Boom, B22, Catch 22. When I fell, she dove off the ledge. No ledge. Into Joe the taxi, Yellow Submarine. Miller, born in Ukraine. Lilu, Lucy Fleur, wrapped in band-aid, bondage, mummies. Her father is BJJB Boaz Jacqueline. He's called Bogdan. Bogdan, the bog. We're going into the pits. DNA, just as we had the Bogdanov DNA twins. His name was Bogdan Jovovic, her father. So a Serbian doctor, and the two twins that died, the Russian twins in France, Igor Uvarich Bogdanov and Gregoire Gritcha Bogdanov were French twin television presenters. Jovovich was born on December the 17th, 1975 in Kiev, Ukraine, the daughter of Galina, a Russian actress, and Bogdan Jovic. So again, there's all that connection. That's just about the... Okay. A friend in America, I'm not sure where he is. I think he is in Texas somewhere, or I really don't know, but I think it's very much the South. They woke up to winter wonderlands, WW, Milky Way, Willy Wonka, Wild is the Wind. So, and we have had this extreme tropical heat, which is about to get going again. So huge plasma, 5.5 earthquake in Morocco. So that's the 510. Morocco is the 5-pointed star. Massive attack, the first scene. So it's always about, we're flipping from, this is why the slavery in 1886, this is, you know, the rise of the feminine axis, white water falls, Pisces, and Virgo, black earth rises. So the beginning is that famous sound, unfinished sympathy of the silver balls. And there you've got Sirius, the dog star, and tribal, and, you know, this is planet of the apes, planet of the apes, and that sound of the silver balls is very important at the beginning of this video. Right, silver balls. So It's the woman with the balls. She's got the moon, the energy of the moon star, the moon key. She's got the energy now. She is the new force. Another very good video from Una. So he's talking all about the new Palme d'Or Cannes Film Festival. So I've done a lot of videos about the volcano, the bada boom, the big boom at Palme, and about the canton. So Paris, the Department of Paris is 75, and we're at the 75th Cannes Film Festival. So 75 is 12, that's Pisces, and we're coming up to the flip-flop. 1, 2 is 3, 1, 2 is 3, 75, so 24 is the symbol of Jupiter, 42 the Paris Olympics. So this is another very good video. Come and see of Uno that I showed you. So this is a map of the 75 of Paris. You've got the Eiffel Tower, which is that last 7, the last leg. We've got the Sun and Mercury on the 7th sister of the Pleiades. So Invalides is right next to it when we have handicapped people, invalids. And you've got the 16th on the other side, which is 7, 7, 7. And this image is the famous image, the Seine in The Little Prince. Ryan, Mary Ryan means the little king, the little prince, the maypole queen. That's how they were putting my great-grandmother, the little prince, the hats. So there, that hat is just showing you the Seine. So the snake, the Milky Way, has eaten, swallowed the elephant. This is the barber. The barber, the elephant, and there, you can see it better here. You see the snake, the hat, the split, the jellyfish cut. There's always been these, a very big difference on the two sides, rive gauche and rive droite in France. And you had the Notre Dame, which is on that little island. It's on an island. If you look at it from above, there's the island, there's Notre Dame, and it's an eye. It's the eye. Eiffel Tower. It's the eye. So I said in the last video, we're going through the gap, the ultraviolet, and here we have the Elizabeth line. So Queen Elizabeth, she decapitated Mary, Queen of Scots. This is, from the end of the Victorian age, and we're moving into this line, the Nile, the Elizabeth, and the new French PM, who was brought in for that lunar eclipse, the Black Madonna. And I went to have a look at the new French Prime Minister. So, new French Prime Minister. She's called Elizabeth Bourne. Rosemary's Babies is born. So, and I went to see, she's born on April the 18th, 1961. Check this out. April the 18th, 1961. April the 18th, so one day before Hitler, for April the 18th, and we had 1861, I've got, no, 1961. So 1961, we had a black moon, so we don't know what time she was born, but there was a black moon on the bullseye, the Black Madonna, the bully, and she is going to be, she has Venus, the ruler, exalted exactly where we've got, she's got Mercury in detriment, she's got Venus exalted, conjunct in Pisces, and Sun in Pisces. So Venus, the ruler of that black moon, and she has got Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn just before, just after a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in that 10th house. So making a trine to her moon. This is the Black Madonna rising in the way they want it to rise. So Elizabeth born, she's born, these the Rosemary babies are born, Elizabeth Macbeth. So in the last video, I was explaining, you know, they were showing you something deeper with Bono in the metro by the escalators. So again, it's a 13-year project, 42 kilometers of new tunnels, obviously, Jupiter, 10,000 workers, 13, new 13th sign, and say 10 stations. So, you know, this is the ultra purple rain, ultraviolet, mind the gap, we're going through that gap. Okay, then we've got Tom Cruise at Cannes. So TC, Top Cat, the cat on a hot tin roof. Can, Tin, that's just Jupiter, from Zeus to Zeus. So the underworld, the sewers, Jupiter, Tin, Year of the Tiger, Top Cat, Tom Cruise, Palme d'Or, Meteor, Matador, Willy Wonka, Save Willy, Will I Am, Tell, Whale's Tale. Heavy thunderstorms expected in Berlin is the Beur de Lin, the Beur de Lenin, linen, the butter from the Victorian Industrial Revolution, linen, the cotton industry, and we now move into the Putin. So Beur de Lin, severe thunderstorms, that was the picture they showed for the thunderstorms. Tornadoes, massive tornadoes in America as well. There's your Zeus, the cat in the hat, the red and whites, the pirates, the William Tell, the 99 red balloons, which is the same thing as the Gigi. I showed you last week, I've been showing you the red balloons, Germany, the whale's tail, Zeus. And there they are, Tom Cruise looking up into the sky. Top Cat, Year of the Tiger, Top Cat, cat on a hot tin roof, yellow and red, and the Black Madonna. Here she is. And we've got the new Maverick. There he is. Right. Another great video from Una. So I don't know any of these films that he brings out. Incredible. Jude's Law is again the JL cut. It's like John Lewis. Jude Pete, Pisces, 12th house. Jude Paul, Sagittarius, 9th house. Pluto retro in 9th, and Neptune, Jupiter, Venus in 12th. The Matador, Meteor, Meter, Whale's Tail, Splash, End of White Water, Judaism, and this is about JL cut. So 2 common but powerful editing techniques often used by professional editors. Both are a type of split edit, which is a transition from one shot to another, where the audio and video transition at different times. Split edits are usually used as transitions between footage with scenes instead of using transition effects like fades, also called dissolves or wipes, because they help maintain visual continuity. So this is what we're living. We're living the cuts. There you've got the black, the white's over, we're coming into the black. So I just added that I've been talking about the JL cut for years. Jude's Law, JL cuts. So more about 1886, 1986, Tom Cruise at the Cannes Film Festival. So Top Gun came out in 1986. That was the year that Pluto left. VirgO entered in 1968, and it was the time that this Top Gun came out, and they're now bringing in the sequel, just as Pluto is leaving Sagittarius. So year of the tiger was also 1986 was the year of the tiger, and 2022 is the year of the tiger as well. So it's exactly 36 years, 369, the line broke, the monkey generation got choked, 1968, as we move into a new film, a new scene. So again, hot tin tin roof, 1886, 1968, boom, it's all the same thing. And we had Halley's comets. Halley's comet, or Comet Halley, officially designated, is the comet that came out in 1986 as well. So here I write about the 1986 comets and him coming back. So again, it's all coming towards. So this again is the meaning of Mokshva in Hinduism, generally released from the cycle of rebirth, impelled by the law of karma, the transcendent state attained as a result of being released from the cycle of rebirth. So that was the name of the Russian Black Sea. Destroying Moskva with a missile strike is a major psychological boost for the Ukrainians. So destroying your ability to make this jump, it's all a game on our psyche. So lots of pictures of the storms we've been having, that ultraviolet. This is somebody in England filming. We had the same storms here. Ultraviolet, the sky has been ultraviolet. I've got it again today, a shade of pale of white. And it's going to be incredibly hot. We're going to have more storms again tonight. So again, 6.9 magnitude earthquake off Australia. It's just that from VirgO, Pluto, and now in the 9th, it's the storms of the last retrograde before it becomes the 610 of the Mad Hatter. 10-6. So, you know, so they say it's 10 shillings and 6 pence. It refers to the cost of the hats. Yeah, give me a break. Right, so, you know, these are the orange. This is the mad. This is clockwork orange. People are going to get more and more crazy with Neptune in Pisces for 15 years. Okay, this is me trying to explain Venus and Mars. Venus, Mars mark the opening and closing of the Milky Way, Akka North-South node, snake, jellyfish. Venus rules Taurus, feminine earth, fixed. Venus rules Libra, masculine air, cardinal. Mars rules Aries, masculine fire, cardinal. Mars rules Scorpio, feminine water, fixed. Alpha, Omega, AC, DC, Aries, Libra. Aleph, Tav, Aries, Taurus. The matter, meter, door, METEOR is Orion, Sirius, Odin, Arthur, Merlin. Taurus is killed, A lion, Mercury blinded by the sun in Taurus. So the true closing is when you've got Venus and Mars that merge. Mars rules Aries, Venus rules Taurus, but the true closing is now between Scorpio and Libra. Mars rules Scorpio. Mars rules Scorpio. Venus rules Libra. This is tribe of Dan. This is everyone, lots of people talking about Black Lilith. Black Lilith is just when Scorpio rises in her power and Libra becomes the eagle that carries the snake again. So when the sun fell all those thousands of years under the horizon, Libra merged with Eve, VirgO. She became the submissive Cinderella, but now she rises again, and they're using her and the black bully Taurus when it's the water energy. Scorpio marks the tip of the Milky Way. There's the tip of the Milky Way, the Golden Gate, the Summer Triangle, and the Winter Triangle, Silver Gate, Silver Skates, Taurus, the end of the Milky Way there. We've got, let's get rid of that. And that, the Milky Way, Capella, and the Milky Way here on those two gates. So this is Vic Fezensac, where I live. This is just the Matador and the Bull, Arthur Merlin, the 14 Piece of Osiris. They're rising this gap. At the moment, the summer solstice is between, still floating just on the wand here, but it will be coming back into Taurus. But Taurus should take the feet of the cross, and Scorpio the MC as Aries, Aleph, Tav merge. They're rising Merlin, MC, Orion, the Fate King, and they're doing this, making her into the Black Bully, the Europa, Iris of Europe. And there they make the deer, the Taurus into the stag, the Sun King, so Taurus, the silver bulls. She's got the male bulls. This is Saint Martin. This is Aries, red, and Taurus. This is Aries and Taurus. So they make Taurus masculine using Odin, and to make the bully, Saint Martin de Tours, or Saint Hubert, in France is celebrated as the saint of the hunts. So this is just the Bambi again. It's just Saint Martin de Tours. They're making masculine Taurus, giving her a pair of bulls, the silver bulls you saw in Massive Attack. Again, I showed you those pictures last week. I told you there's Api, the bull god. So this is Aries, Aleph Tav. Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and that is the true closing. Not worshipping the bull with Mars should be this. The true Isis is not, Isis is Scorpio, not rising the bully, Api. Aleph Tav, it's the story of that A, which is the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is that A. It's not the North Star. It's Aleph Tav. That's why they're bringing up Yeshua. He's not the first and the last. The closing of the wheel is the Holy Grail between Scorpio and Libra, opposite. So we're in this gap now. We're in this passage now. Alpha, Omega, Aleph, Tav. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. It's the opening and the shutting of the Milky Way. Mars and Venus are responsible for that with the North-South node. So this Nun, 111, the fish, there's that 14 again. 14 pieces of Osiris. The closing of the Milky Way is now. The cross is 22, catch 22. We're going through that eclipse, 2017, 2024. We're in the gap. We're going through the gap. And that is, it's the equinox. That's why it's so important, the closing of the Milky Way. It's the anima and the animus, Mars and Venus, Adam and the ants, and the new French, I've showed you in videos what that stands for. Ants, there again, we've got the Little Prince. They're making the bull's horns, the free martin. And there she is, Aries, Virgo, rising, the bull of Europe. Api, the bull god, Blackmore, Rachel Blackmore showing the bull's horns. 14, the passage is Pisces, the closing. There's the bullseye, Odyssey 2021, and this is the gap. That is the north-south node, the point of the Milky Way. Showing you the stag. It's the band. That's why in the fifth element she's wearing bandages. It's the mummies, the bondage, band-aids. It's the meter, the 8. That's the Milky Way closing. And we're in this gap. We're in the catch-22. Tav is the cross. There is Libra, should be the rising of Scorpio, but they keep us in 369. The line broke. The monkey, the moon key got choked. JL cut. JL, Jude's Law. Killing, there is what I read you, the J cut. It's a film cut. It's a scene cut. Kill Scorpio. You've got Odin. It's always the Milky Way. The Milky Way is between Taurus and Scorpio. And we've just got that gap coming off Gemini and Sagittarius. Picture from Lars showing the split of mankind, the jellyfish cut. And this, again, Space Odyssey, that is Aldebaran, and exactly where this new French Prime Minister, Elizabeth Borne, has got her black moon, born on the bullseye. It's the analemma. It's the shape that the sun makes, and it's that equator, 45 degree, 245 degrees makes that middle point. And there is the south-north node, is always the hypothetical point of the moon and the sun's crossing, and now they're rising the dark side of the moon, silver balls, moon is exalted in Taurus. Killing Saint Saturnin, the bull, he represents Aquarius, so that Taurus takes the MC Orion. Movie catchphrases, MC, written by Chris Morgan, CM, MC, CM. So that was interesting, that most of those famous catchphrases mention Sirius, Joe, Johnny, Joe the Taxi, James Bond, Boaz, ADN, DNA, Jackie Pillars. It's once you see, it's in everything. These are just the ultraviolet storms I had. Here you see, just showing how big those ultraviolet storms on those very days between the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, today's the 22nd. So here at the Cannes Film Festival, they've got that turquoise and blue, and they show the 5 and the cuts. So what did I put here? Incredible. Imagine saluting the projection on the cave. We are at the final cut, 75th Festival of the Cannes. The 5th wave is shown, and it's turquoise Aquarius just before ultraviolet. The festival is set to open with the zombie comedy Final Cut from director Michael Hazanafikis. The poster takes its cue from Peter Weir and Andrew Nichols' The Truman Show, 1998. I have a video about The Truman Show in my videos. A modern reflection of Plato's cave, they even say it, where viewers witness the border between reality and fiction. Carries Truman, having spent his whole life unknowingly raised as the subject of a 24/7 reality show. The first scene in that film is when one of the projectors, Sirius, falls. So, you know, Sirius is falling. We're coming off the mutable cross, 3, 6, 9, 12. We're going on to the fixed cross, making that fine line between Sirius and Taurus. And they're rising the Matador, the Meteor, Merlin, Odin, Orion, and Taurus as the big black bully. They make her masculine. They give her the balls. I've been showing this clip for years. This is laughing about the Beatles. And we've just had in France, Toulouse, a teacher plays the Beatles during Ramadan, Instagram, Ramdan. So to ram the DNA, tribe of Dan, to kill Dan, to kill the merging of Scorpio and Libra. And students get up and leave the course in Toulouse because they want Aleph Tav. They want the closing of this fate using Gemini with Taurus. So this is very telltale tale of William, from Whitewater Christians to Black Earth Muslims, the Beatles, Beetroot, Beetlejuice. Toulouse, the teacher plays the Beatles during Instagram, Ramadan, tribe of Dan, college students leave the course. So startup turns sugar beets into alternative gasoline. So instead of using gas, high cardinal gas, Capricorn, they're bringing in oil. It represents Pisces, and little VirgO girl is going to come to be the new fuel, the new energy. A biofuel startup working with oil giant Royal Dutch Shell has begun turning sugar beets into a gasoline substitute compatible with existing energies and pipelines. Virent Energy Systems is expected to say, so again, you can read that, but it's just all about, it's all about converting algae to ethanol and into money, converting algae to ethanol. Algae produces like Agonol, backed by Bill Gates, ExxonMobil, Dow Chemical, and the US government, among others, work with the green plant to convert carbon dioxide and sunlight into biofuel. So, you know, look into that. It's all about bringing up Beetlejuice. Normally, the Beatles represent the four corners, the four, you know, if you found your cross, if you found where your true sun is, you can merge your head, feet, left, right, arms to find your fifth element, to know every side of yourself, your anima, your animus, your masculine, your feminine, and to be aware of all the archetypes in the wheel. The wheel is a full expansion from 12 back to 8 to open the fifth gate, the middle, to come through. So we're going through this flip-flop, and this is the famous, I've been showing you for years, where José Garcia, Jour J, D-Day, GJ, laughs about, he says, j'encule the Beatles, I fuck the Beatles. And this show is called Pop, 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 Mary Poppins, Pop, Pop, Pop.
Je reviens quand même sur ce texto que vous m'avez envoyé avant-hier. Je cite à nouveau, moi les Beatles.
So that's incredibly symbolic, and I have been showing that to you for a very long time. But then you see in Toulouse we get this story. Teacher plays the Beatles doing Ramadan and the colleges leave. It's the flip-flop. Okay, Pisces, Grace, Swan, Water, and the rising of the black swan, from the white swan to the black swan, from petrol to sugar beets. So I was just thinking Leonard Cohen, LC, like Laura, Colette, who won badminton, LC. First we take Manhattan, then we take Berlin. So the burr of Lin, the everything that has come from the Industrial Revolution of the Victorian age, and now we're coming into the golden Elizabethan, the purple rain, the purple rain. So I was just saying, if a mass event, and what did we have? We had the tornadoes in Berlin. And so I was just explaining again, as I've been explaining, Sagittarius, the arch of the bow, will I am. That means 9th house, so you can read that. It's everything I've been explaining. Gigi, Colette. Gigi is just the same as the 99, the 2 Gs. Everything I explained in my last video. Beethoven, 5th Symphony. We're at the 5th wave. Beat, beetroot, from water to earth, petrol, the beetroot, Pisces, Hoven. So radiant beams shoot through this region's deep night, and we become aware of gigantic shadows which, rocking back and forth, close in on us and destroy everything within us except the pain of endless longing, a longing in which every pleasure that rose up in jubilant, so it's the Jubilee of the Queen, 70, again, that last leg, jubilant tone sinks and succumbs, and only through this pain, which while consuming but not destroying love, hope and joy, 369, faith, hope and charity tries to burst our breasts with full-voiced harmonies of all the passions we live on and are captivated beholders of the spirits. How this wonderful composition is a climax that climbs on and on, leads the listener imperiously forward into the spirit world of the infinite. No doubt the whole rushes like an ingenious rhapsody, bohemian rhapsody, past many a man, but the soul of each thoughtful listener is assuredly stirred deeply and intimately by a feeling that is none other than that unutterable, portentous longing, and until the final chord, indeed, even in the moments that follow it, he will be powerless to step out of that wondrous spirit realm where grief and joy embrace him in the form of sound. So this is what they wrote about the 5th Symphony. Since the Second World War, it has sometimes been referred to as the Victory Symphony. So V for victory is the Pisces passage, not the BB Black Betty Catch 22. Beethoven's Victory Symphony happened to be his 5th, or vice versa, or this is a coincidental. So again, during the Second World War, the BBC prefaced its broadcast to special operations executives across the world with those 4 notes played on drums. 4 notes, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And this is where we're at now, with the 14th Amendment and the rising of Earth Black. Jupiter, upside down cross, Saturn, upright cross. Satan is just the 10 signs of Jupiter. Let me show you. So Jupiter rules the 9th house and the 12th house. So it's 10 signs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get into the Twin Peaks. Saturn rules Aquarius and Capricorn. Aquarius and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pluto was in Pisces for the Victorian age, and he's now in, this is a back to front chart, and he's now ending in Sagittarius. Aquarius is falling onto the horizon. Aquarius and Capricorn merge, Aries and Taurus merge, Cancer and Leo, and Scorpio and Libra, and they've got this upside down. It's Scorpio Libra at the top, the Milky Way. Mars Venus rule the Milky Way. Closure of the meter of the 8s. Okay, another great video from Una Almagnac. So in the video of Back to the Future, you get Almanac, which is Germany. In French, Germany is Allemagne. Where I live is the old capital of Armagnac, Gers. An almanac is an annual publication listing a set of current information about one or multiple subjects. It includes information like weather, the matador, the meteor, groundhog. You know, it's all little Mercury and Jupiter trying to be the matador through the weather, the meter, like weather forecasts, farmers, planting dates, tide tables, and other tabular data, often arranged according to the calendar. Definition of almanac, a publication containing astronomical and meteorological data for a given year and often including a miscellany of other information. A usually annual publication containing statistical, tabular, and general information. So in this, you've just, that's just me showing which characters are playing which characters. And of course, Michael J. Fox, Mercury, Jupiter, Mila Jovovich, it's always and the fox. Mercury, Jupiter is the fox, Saturn is the crow. Gemini, Sagittarius, fox, and Leo Peterman, Jude Peter, Pisces. So yeah, I don't know, that was somebody in the film, Leo Peterman. An old post from 2 years ago. Every village in France has VirgO, Black Earth, Mary Magdalene, Aca Corona. Jesus is the sign opposite Pisces, the Netflix age we leave of the immutable transmutation cross to catch the fish alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let him go again. We're going through the gap. We've just had a 6-9 earthquake in Morocco. 5-5. Say 10. And Mercury, Earth and Air, MJ gang that rule VirgO and Pisces, Gemini, Air, Sagittarius, Fire. So again, you know, it's all coming in. The Corona, VirgO, and Aries is the crowned liberator that rides Taurus, the Rose, Labyrinth on the fate Bible, Torah of Europa. It's all a crap trap. So this was just pictures. That's the Madonna in my village with her crown. It's the Corona crown. So here the snake is crowned. Corona Borealis, they're crowning the snake. They're not crowning. The true crown is the heart passage. It's the heart passage through to the third eye, ultraviolet. I showed you last week. You've got to get through the torso, the Taurus, to make the third eye as we fall onto Aquarius. The last leg is that right angle, 90-degree angle between Taurus and Aquarius. It's not the Pleiades, the L going on now with Mercury and the Sun. There, Mercury and the Sun on the Pleiades right now. So this post from 2 years ago, you've got the rose on her feet. Feet represents Pisces, and they've got the rose of the bull. You can read what I've put there. There she is, sitting between the Joe Biden, Boris Johnson, Boaz Jackin, and in the monkeys, the famous monkey, you had this character, you had the woman with this hat always riding the donkey. You remember, where is it? What was it called?
Only when it's feathered. Only when it's feathered.
So I've covered this many times. Monkey TV series. Check this out.
The four worlds have formed again and yet again, as endless eons wheeled and passed. Time and the pure essences of heaven, the moisture of the earth, the powers of the sun and the moon, all worked upon a certain rock, all as creation. And it became magically fertile. That first egg was named Thought. Tathagata Buddha.
So the rock, Capricorn, picnic at Hanging Rock, the 4 elements, it's always the same thing. And they're birthing They're birthing monkey.
The father would have said, with our thoughts we make the world. Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.
So let's see if we can see his high priestess. There she is. Let's see if we can find her. So he's always on a horse, Sagittarius. And there she is. There she is. So this is the VirgO girl again with Monkey Man, Sagittarius, the gypsies, the nomads, the bohemian rhapsody. When she should be rising. The Rosemary babies should be taking the power of Capricorn. It's always about Sagittarius, the guru, Bruce Willis, and taking Lilu, Narnia, Mr. Tumnus, and Lucy, when this, should be the rising of Capricorn and the merging with Aquarius. So coming back. There she is, between the BJ pillars. We're going through this gap. They've put Gemini, the twins up here, and you've got the red and yellow ruling the feminine axis, black and white, the high priestess. And that moon is exactly what the French Prime Minister Elizabeth born. She's born as the bully. Rosemary's Baby, the red and white, Willy Wonka, Save Willy, Where's Charlie, Where's Willy, M, big singer in France. Saint Martin, there he is. He kills Saint Saturnin, Mars and Tintin, can. Pippi Longstocking, the VirgO girl, rising, the red hair. She is, Greta Pippi Longstocking, I always say. Back to Black. Cow on the Rose. There's Aries riding the bull. When she's good, she's very, very good. And when she's bad, she's Horus. The Tempest, Miranda, Corona, and Victor. The axis of Pisces, VirgO. They made Victor masculine. When Victor is Victoria, it's victorious. It's the V for victory to pass Pisces. Weaving of the web, the Marianne, Capricorn, and the black, the girl, the VirgO girl has to rise to get past Saturn. He's the harvester, and they make Tess, de D'Urberville, the harvest, the wheat. So this is the food shortages, the wheat. Normally she is very fertile. They take away her fertility to make the Free Martin. The Free Martin in Huxley's Brave New World, 70% of women are sterile. They take away her fertility. Hunger Games. There's the Free Martin, the death of Miranda, and the salamander, which is the Morse code, the lizard that makes the beep beep. The beep beep, this is the transmutation. It's represented in alchemy to get through the fire of Sagittarius, and the V in Pisces. You've got to get past Jupiter to come back to the contraction of Saturn. There's Marianne Faithful in Lucifer Rising. They're rising Api, Aleph Tav. That's not the true Isis, Scorpio, Mars. That's Mars in Aries and crowning the bull gods. It's the Maypole. This is a famous Japanese Momo, the enormous crocodile. Wild is the Wind, Winter Wonderland, WW. Laura Ingalls, the Green Man. The Green Man is when you merge Taurus and Aries. It's not the true Pan, it's Capricorn. He's the Joker, the Lyra, Piper, and Venus is that gateway when you find Venus in Taurus, Venus in Libra. Venus is currently exalted in Pisces, ruler of Taurus, cheating, because that energy of unconditional love and compassion is the gateway through Pisces, through illusion, deception. The Little Mermaid finds her legs. You've got to get the mutable cross merged, feminine axis, masculine axis, to come into the twin peaks, Aquarius, Capricorn, to get through the gateway. Miranda, Tempest, the eye, the glass-stained window of Notre Dame, and that brings you into the fixed, true fixed cross. Here you've got the man, the eagle, Scorpio, Taurus, and Lion. And there's Saturn with Aquarius and Capricorn. The true Lord of the Rings is not the boxing ring. It's not Muhammad Ali. And here is Elizabeth being risen now, when it should be the Virgo girl rising. There's Tom Cruise, cat on a hot tin roof, and the Mad Hatter. There she is, the Greek goddess, Europa, riding the bull, Zeus. And in 1991, we had the woman riding the bull with the crown. And the Elizabeth new Prime Minister has got a black moon on Taurus. Saint Martin, there is the famous story where she is seduced by Zeus, Apollo riding. This is the famous story where the bull is ridden from into this new age, from the story from crossing the sea, crossing over the sea, Roman to Greek, from the Titans to the Olympians. The corona. It's Momo again. The grapes, the lungs, Virgo, Gemini, corona. And that was the famous girl killed by all the dogs with her Sirius dog again, and that is just Amy Winehouse. She was killed in Villers-Cotterêts, VC, where the armistice was signed. Okay, a post again from last year. Same thing, it's all about the 42 Zeus. The Wood Between the Worlds is a pond-filled forest in The Magician's Nephew, 1955, the sixth book in the Chronicles of Narnia. Each pond is a portal that provides instant transportation to a different world, such as Earth, Narnia, or Charn. That was about Cornwall is 550550 longitude, latitude. We're at the Green Gateway. They show you the 5005, the BFG Jolly Green Giant. So, yeah, that was when there was COVID. Our area was the only green on the map. And people think it has something to do with COVID. It's all about the Jolly Green Giant. Your new pharmaceutical snake, Ophiuchus, 13th sign. Green is the heart gateway. So, yeah, that was... I'm not going to open all that. Okay, let's try and get to a last important post. So, 24-42 hours de Le Mans, Mars tin, Mans, it is to lie, the char lie. 42, Jupiter is half of Uranus. 84, year cycle. It's only an illusion, so... This was triggered from somebody who posted this picture. So again, white light refracts, bends when it enters a raindrop, reflects off the back of the drop, and then refracts once more when it exits. The angle between the light that enters and the light that exits is approximately 42 degrees. So here we've got the bow, the bullseye. This is the split, the half, 42 centimeters. And there you've got the arc, the rainbow. This is not the true Ark of the Covenant. This is half. This is half, this is Jupiter, this is the flesh. Uranus is your planet that enables you to be the rebel, to break, to make change, to come out of conformisticism, to leave the tribe, to bring in the true energy of finding your own rules, your own ways, to, you know, come out of following the herd. You need Uranus. You need to properly know how to use Uranus. So this is half 42 of the cycle of Uranus. It's the Paris symbols again, Jupiter, 24 of the lie. Le Mans is a man, but it's also to lie. So this is the symbol of Leo Aquarius. This was built in the Babylonian age. So now we've got the Giza Pyramids. So we've just had Sirius, Orion's belt, the 3 stars, but the true stars now falling onto the fixed cross is this line as Aquarius, Giza falls, which is in the constellation of Pisces, the gap we're going through from Pisces to Aquarius. There's Gigi, the 99 red balloons, Laura Colette, LC again, Lionel Connell, it's the LC, we've got the MC, and we've got JL, LJ cuts. Again, MC, Morris, I mean, it's all there. Eva, Gabor, and Jeans, JB, BJ. Yep. Missing the leg, always. Binocular vision, I've showed you all this. It's the blind spots. It's the Sagittarius, the horse. He cannot see the twin peaks. Left range of vision, right range of vision. He can't see just in front of him. Colorblind. Red Mars, the bullseye, and again Merlin. It's just the same thing. It's just this Mars, Napoleon, and the bullseye in the middle. The true closing is when the silver and the Milky Way close. Let's get rid of this. So Libra, Scorpio, the Holy Grail, opposite Mars and Taurus, and we've got this Joker keeping us still on this movement of the solstice line. So we go from mutable cross to fixed cross. The blue, the France in the middle. Taurus, black, red, Aries, and La Marianne. Spica, the blue star, and Vega, the blue star. Vega takes the new North Star. Milky Way snake. There again. Saint Martin and the bull. It's always the same story. The Philosopher's Stone. The squaring of the circle is not the bullseye. Jupiter is tin. Saturn is the true twin peaks. You've got to get past the 12th door, the 9th door, got to get through full expansion to come back to contraction. The DNA strands, Jack and Jill have to rise from air mutable Gemini to air Aquarius and mutable Earth to Capricorn, and they're going to give you Sagittarius and Virgo, La Marianne, and the fake Hierophant Guru. Mutable cross, fixed cross, cardinal. cardinal and fixed merge as full expansion is left. The Milky Way opens and shuts. It's the diaphragm, it's the medusa, it's the opening, shutting. Everyone has to find their cross. And this is, you see, they're merging immature mutable with high cardinal when it should be cardinal fixed that merge. Here, this picture, you see, we go from full expansion, the sigil of Jupiter, and we close into the sigil of Saturn, but we've been given the sigil of Lucifer. It's that in-between gap. You've got to be able to contract and open autonomously. 144,000, there's that ring, the Elizabeth line. You've got to go from the heart. 1275 is 12. Cannes Film Festival 75 to find your merge. You've got to come through the hearts. pH scale, Harry Potter. And there's a cutting of the Milky Way by the hawk, the JFK cuts. Okay. When mutable earth, Virgo, and mutable water, Pisces meets high cardinal earth, Capricorn, the sea goat, nanny goat, Ruth becomes truth. Each human being has the eternal duty of turning what is hard and brutal into a tender and subtle offering, what is crude into an object of refinement, what is ugly into a thing of beauty, confrontation into collaboration, ignorance into knowledge, hereby rediscovering the child's dream of a creative reality incessantly renewed by death, the servant of life, and by life, the servant of love. So this was posted by my friend Eden. We've got the Virgo girl meeting Capricorn. It's just pictures on the 15th of May of the ultraviolet passage and thunderstorms where I live. Thunderbolts bring out exactly what's going on, the light of life. Preparing for the orange, orangutan, King Silver Skates, Louis Gate, the ultraviolet lance storm brewing up, thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. Holy Grail and 80-kilometer winds tonight and tomorrow morning for the eclipse in my village. Lord of the Flies, after Full Metal Jacket, Electro, Macron, Thunderbolts, Plasma hit for the full Fleur du Mal, Lys, Lunar Eclipse, Bullseye hits. At 6:11, 9:11, Norman Andy, Banksy. Right. So that was the storm. That was some interview of David Bowie, 2022, with Tom Cruise. And that was before I knew that Tom Cruise was going to open the Cannes Film Festival. 2002 22BB with Tomcat, so it was in 2002. And so Tomcat, the Tiger, Merlion, Save Willie, Private Ryan, Forrest Gump, the Da Vinci COVID Code is a 2003 2332, DNA, Dan Dante, Divine Comedy, Charlie Brown, Strand's mystery thriller, and The Archer, the Hunter, the Bowman of Will.i.am, Tell, Moby Dick Splash. So basically, you know, to put Major Tom and Tom Cruise together. So yeah, I put the song of Ground Control to Major Tom. Ryan is a classic Irish last name that's become a popular first name for boys and girls. Ryan comes from the Gaelic words Rye and which together means little king. So that was, yep. And you've got the ultraviolet there as well. That was an old post from 2020. Scorpio, Europe, the Kaligi plan. And I was talking about Florence Nightingale, and it was all over the newspapers. Here we go, Florence, Fleur de Lis, Fleur de Mal, where they actually put the flower of Badminton, Lucy Fleur, Nightin, Putin, Gales, Gaul, Gaulois, and the Midnight Express, Line, Jourdain. So we've got the Elizabeth Line, it's the new Midnight Express, the Solstice Line, and that was the French newspapers. Yeah, and video from 3 years ago talks all about what's happening right now. You can go and find that. Kid Loco, Confessions, Ultraviolets, Milky Way Plasma Bubble, and The Magician's Nephew. You have to go and see. There's the pools that we were shown in... Again, that's another post from 2020. I'll let you read that. The Gap, The Doors, 10 Downing Street, say 10. We're going through that passage, Pluto, from Pisces to Sagittarius. That was a post from 2020. Again, it was all about May the 14th, the feast day of Corona. The feast day of Corona. Idis of March. That was an old post, so I want to stop the video now, but let me just show you these pictures and we end the video. So in Florence, we've got about the new line, the new train going through, and then we've got the knight coming out, Celine Avigny. Celine Dion is Celeste. We've got the girl with the curl. And so in front of the station of Florence, 200 people, 14 entre midnight and 2 o'clock, 14 hours. 260, soit 15, okay. So Ile de Jourdain, the rugby, the Nile, the line. And here they show us the Fleur du Mal. Okay, so I think what's important is this monkey series to come and see. Hey, we're the monkeys, the moon key. This 1968 series, Monkey Magic. Always the yellow and reds. Asia is what's very important about this video, and the monkeypox. Okay, I wanted to do a quick video. I need to get my day going. I need to shut all the shutters because the heat is coming. We're going to have 38 again today. So take care, everyone. I love you very much. And as I said last time, if you're interested in buying the teaching course, you can do that. I'll put the links, and I am free for readings again. All my love. Bye for now.